The weekend is over and it's time for Howie Roseman to get to work and make some more moves. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, kick Dingbat here, yo, Howie Roseman. The weekend is over. It is time to get on the phone and start making phone calls because there are moves that have to be made. We still have the cap space to go out and continue to do damage while the Dallas Cowboys are celebrating the fact that they called Dak Prescott on the phone to finally start to restructure something. Who the hell knows what? They're about a week too late because they stink. All right, now before we get into all this, I got to say my apologies. I was not able to get off in the morning to come home to stream for a few hours today. Not on Monday. It was just too busy. I do have tomorrow off, so Tuesday I will be streaming during the day like we did last week. And then Wednesday's up in the air. But I wanted to apologize. I really tried to do it on Monday. I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't able to do it. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Now, how do I feel about the Eagles right now? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of negativity going on out there. I hear that crap. I put on this channel, I put on that channel, I put on the radio, I put on this. Okay, to me, there's more negativity than positivity. And I don't understand it because if you take polls and you listen to what most Eagle fans, I think we're all relatively happy with what the Eagles did. Let me ask you something. Do you want the Eagles to sit back and do nothing? Do you want them to sit back like the Dallas Cowboys? Do you want them to sit there and do nothing? Or do you want them to take chances and try to get better? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're sitting there twiddling our thumbs, sticking it up our ass, and just letting time go by? Or are we going to try to go out and get the best running back on the mother humping market? Or are we going to try to get a linebacker who has all the talent in the world? He just needed a change of scenery. Let's take a chance. Every time Howie Roseman has been aggressive in recent years, we go to the Super Bowl. We go to the Super Bowl. His most aggressive all seasons always lead to the Super Bowl. I am so sick and tired of the negativity. Let me say this. It doesn't always work out, okay? A lot of times you make moves and you do things, it doesn't work out. Only one team is going to be happy at the end of the year. That's just the facts. But you can't blame Howie Roseman. I don't see how people can even criticize him for what he's trying to do, man. At least we have a GM who's out there trying to get better, trying to do something. I can tell you what, I am jealous and envious of no other team in the National Football League. Howie Roseman makes the off seasons better. Okay, he makes it exciting. I can't wait to see Saquon Barkley going. I mean, so it's just crazy to me, man. Now we have about Sports Track is saying $39 million, and I talked about that yesterday, but that wasn't really accurate. So I wanted to kind of correct that because there were things like some extensions, some signings that haven't been updated yet. So we don't really have the number because we don't really know the details of some of these contracts, and we have to see how it works. So we're just going to have to wait. But most people are predicting it's going to come in somewhere between 22, 25, maybe a little bit more money based on some restructures if they free up cap space. Once we know for sure, I will update it. But either way, Howie Roseman with $20 million is like giving Jerry Jones, $2 billion. Because Jerry Jones don't even know how to restructure a guy's contract to save $20 million. So, Howie Roseman has plenty of money to operate, plenty of money to maneuver. Damn, you hear that, Jet? Damn, World War III, here we go. I'm ready. Let's go. To get the shelters. Man, I'm watching all these World War III movies from like back in the 80s and stuff. I'm so distracted right now, but I have to tell you. I'm watching one on Amazon Prime. It's called By Dawn's Early Light. It was like an old HBO movie. It was pretty freaky, but pretty good. Powers Booth is in it. There's a bunch of people. Check it out. Amazon Prime called By Dawn's Early Light. It's a pretty good World War III movie. Anyways, I'm distracted. But, so the Eagles have plenty of space to maneuver. The question is what is Howie Roseman going to do next? That is the great mystery. I think it's been a quiet weekend, and I think the Eagles are still going to be very busy. There's so much that has to happen, especially with Hassan Reddick now. We're all waiting on that. The whole thing right now with Kenny Pickett and Fields, Fields turned down going to some teams. I get it. If I was Fields, I would have turned down probably going to the Eagles too if those were one of the teams, because you got no chance behind Jalen Hurts. You got a better chance at Russell Wilson's. He's older, and I don't know what he has left. So I think he's trying to do what's best for himself. Kenny Pickett, obviously there was some rumors that he asked for trade. He didn't want to compete. That's not really true. They told him, you're not starting. So I think that's when he was hoping to get traded. I think it's a no-win, no-loss situation for the Eagles. You get a cheap backup quarterback. Hopefully the kid could play. I think he's a better backup to come in and win a game than what I saw from Marcus Mariota. And I think we're good to go. See if you can develop him. See if you can flip him. That's what I say. Then Devontae Parker also had a press conference. Now, out of all the moves the Eagles have made so far, the one I least like the most is Devontae Parker. Not because I don't think Devontae Parker is a good player or he can still play. I just think you need another third wide receiver. I still think you need to go out and get yourself a better wide receiver. And I think the way to do it is the draft. Now, there are reports saying that the Eagles may still be open to bringing Quez Watkins back. I have my doubts. Hi, meepies. Come here. You want me to hold? Come on. No, you don't want me to hold you. That's a big cat right there. But, I still think we need a third wide receiver. The way I see things setting up right now, right, is it looks like you kind of can see where the Eagles are going to go in the draft. I really think with one of their first-round picks, or not one of, they only have one first-round pick, but I think with their first-round pick, I think they're going to go one of three ways. I think they either draft a defensive end, I think they draft a corner, or an offensive lineman. I believe one of those three positions will be the Eagles' first-round pick. Then what I see them doing is I actually see them trading up into the second round and drafting a wide receiver. I think, so they'll get their second round pick, they'll move up maybe, and they'll draft a wide receiver. Then I see them getting that second round pick and trading back, maybe getting, extra picks, and then taking like a linebacker, a running back, add some depth where they need it. But that's kind of where I think things are going. I think a lad McConkey, and I've said his name a few times, would be a perfect slot receiver for the Eagles. If you want to get somebody who can play inside and then pop outside, if like A.J. Brown was ever to go, Adonis Mitchell could be a guy. I like him a lot. And then for me, like my number one target right now in terms of first round pick is QUINYON Mitchell. I think that he's a corner that you get, you put him right in, and you let him play, let him learn. I still want a young linebacker to come out of this draft. I want another young wide receiver. And let me tell you something. Drafting a guy like a McConkey or a Mitchell or whoever the receiver is, like early in the second round, it makes the Devontae Parker move more understanding to me, because Parker is your fourth, and then you have a young third wide receiver, and that's really how I would like the Eagles to do it. But I mean, we got plenty of time to talk about the draft. The question is what has Howie Roseman got up his sleeve next? Because, like I said, there's still so many ways he could. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he finds a wide receiver he likes or trades for. It wouldn't surprise me if they do any of those kind of things. It's all out there. It's all open right now for the Eagles. I like what this team is doing. And to me, you're still a few free agent moves away from really being ready. I still think you could add another wide receiver. I still think if you can do it, if you can add, whether it's like through a trade or something, find yourself another decent linebacker, right? If you could get yourself another decent starting quality linebacker in with this team, I think that would be a huge move for the Birds. I like Devin White. I like that signing. He officially just signed today, by the way, also. So I like him as well. And if you can find yourself another veteran linebacker, let me say this about Devin White. I've seen a lot of negativity about the signing of him. I mean, I don't understand it either. Here's a guy that you know what he's capable of. You've seen what he's done in the Super Bowl. You see the talent that he has. Yes, has he fallen off in years in these past few years? Yeah. But sometimes a change of scenery means everything. And I always go back to one Jeremiah Trotter. When Jeremiah Trotter was with Washington, he came back from injury. He came back, he started playing for them. He wasn't good. They cut him. He comes back to Philly and becomes an all-pro again. It happens. Hell, even Nick Foles, his career was shot and done until he came back to Philly. Some places, guys, it just works for. I think with this change of scenery for Devin White, I think he can go out there. I think he feels a clean slate is now here, and he can go do what he needs to do. I expect Devin White to end up being the biggest steal of free agency. No doubt about it. But I am totally on board what this team has done this all season. I think it's very exciting, and I think there's a lot that has to be proven, right? I mean, only one team at the end of the day is going to win a Super Bowl. Only one team. And, hopefully that'll be the Eagles. But I like it. When Howie Roseman is aggressive, the Eagles go to Super Bowls. That's just a fact. That's just the way it is. The great question is what will happen next? That's what we're all waiting for. With that said, like I said, I will be streaming tomorrow, so we'll be hanging out, having a lot of fun. Come hang out. Sorry about today. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. All right, so this cat, maybe many of you remember when she was real small, but this is Meeps. Say hi, Meeps. We call her Meeps because that's the only sound she made when she was born, but she's from the first litter. We actually kept her. Say hi. Say hi. She's a sweetheart, and she wanted to come over, and she wanted me to hold her after she didn't let me earlier, so wanted you guys to see her. With that said, Denzel Washington out.